Reserve studies are one of the most important reports you can have on a condo building because it is the only way to know the value of your condo. However, fewer than 30% of all condo owners actually do know the value of their buildings or their condo unit themselves, because fewer than 30% of all buildings in America have actually had reserve studies performed. Our partners at Association Reserves explain it best. A reserve study helps you to anticipate and prepare for repair and replacement expenses at your property. But how do you know how much money to set aside each year? A reserve study is the art and science of planning and preparing for the inevitable and predictable. It enables the person responsible for the property to offset the ongoing deterioration of the property's components with the reserve funds to ensure a timely repair or replacement. By putting regular reserve contributions into place, you avoid the need for emergency forms of funding like loans or special assessments. A reserve study establishes a plan to ensure that irregular reserves expenses are offset by regular contributions to the reserve fund. So what exactly is the reserve study looking at? Those larger components I keep referring to, the things outside of the four walls that aren't included in your inspection and appraisal. Let's look at what a component is. So the requirements, according to them, the project needs to be in a common area maintenance responsibility. It must have a limited useful life. It must have predictable remaining useful life. Its repair or replacement cost must be above a minimum threshold of significance. So some examples are things we keep listing off: roof and siding, decks, balconies, railings, doors, windows, pool and spa, plumbing, HVAC, stairwells, parking structure, gates, concrete, and driveway. Let's talk about why your inspections and appraisals are not giving you everything you need when you own a condo, what they're not telling you. An appraisal is supposed to tell you the value of your home, and the inspection is supposed to tell you the condition of the home. An appraisal is supposed to compare the features, location, condition, and potential income of the home with other similar properties. The inspection will inform you about the physical structure, mechanical issues, and any safety hazards about the property from the foundation to the roof. Let's look at an inspection of a single-family home versus a condo. Most buyers get an appraisal and an inspection and rely on those reports to decide on whether they're going to purchase the home. Ultimately, it helps to value the home they are considering purchasing. The inspection of a single-family home gives you the opportunity to consider things like an aging roof or issues with a foundation or maybe a hot water heater that needs to be replaced soon. You can use this report to consider the offer in a different way by withdrawing, renegotiating, or proceeding as planned. If the inspection uncovers some of these concerns, it is likely you will rethink the value of the home based on the outcome. You may not want to pay the original price you offered. But if you get an inspection of a condo, it does not give you the same type of report. Just like the appraisal, it will only report on the four walls of the condo you are purchasing, not the condition of the entire building, even though you will be responsible for any of the components or amenities that need to be repaired or replaced throughout the building. You are essentially paying a random price, blindly, without knowing the condition, age, or cost to replace many major items of the building. It's like purchasing a single-family home without a full inspection or full appraisal. How can you compare this condo to another if the one across the street has done a full reserve study and all of the work and reserves are up to date, but the one you are considering purchasing is not? How do you know? Or vice versa. The only way to know the value of your condo is to review a current reserve study and the current reserves, asking, are the reserves aligned with the recommendations of the reserve study? Are they fully funded? If not, where are the funds short and by how much? Is all of the work up to date? Are all of the repairs or replacements completed? And if not, are the funds in the reserve account there to support those tasks? Without this information, how do you know you won't be asked to pay $20,000 for a new roof, or $140,000 for new pipes and plumbing, or $50,000 for a new elevator system? Aren't those things that would cause you to reconsider your offer during the offer period? Wouldn't you ask the seller to reconsider the sales price or maybe walk away altogether? How can this condo be compared as a comp in an appraisal to the condos across the street if the one across the street is one of the 20% that has had a reserve study completed and the reserves are fully funded? In that case, you know you won't have any surprise assessments. You know what you are walking into, the true value of the condo you are purchasing. As stated earlier, these buildings are meant to need repairs and replacements of major components, structure, and amenities by years 30 to 40. Knowing this, it is a big concern that 50% of all American condos were built 30 years ago, and many more before that, entering into years 40 or more. Yes, assessments are required to be disclosed during the sales transaction, but if the stats that we are discussing are true, then 70 to 80% of all condo transactions don't actually know if there will be an assessment in the near future. It's not that they aren't disclosing anything, it's simply that they haven't done the work to know there is anything to disclose. Hopefully the message is coming across clearly that we have aging buildings, under or unfunded reserves, and that the only way to know the value of a condo is to look at the HOA as a business, doing the due diligence, which includes reviewing a reserve study and making sure it is aligned with the recommendations of that reserve study, making sure the components are in order, as well as the financials. I think we've also learned that purchasing a condo or being part of a condo HOA requires a lot more work than most of us are trained for or understand, and that this would be a good place for regulatory guidance. So what can we do today? What resources are available to help without adding to an already expensive form of housing? We discussed the incredible artificial intelligence from Eli reports. We've discussed reserve studies as a necessity. But what we haven't discussed is an HOA scoring system that can be used as a tool to simply understand the HOA's financial health. Our partners at Association Reserves, the reserve study company you heard from earlier, created a way to measure the HOA's financial, physical, and operational behaviors. One simple score that makes it easier to glance at the HOA's overall financials. Let's take a minute to hear from Robert Nordland, the CEO of Association Reserves.
As the founder of the nation's oldest and largest provider of reserve studies, the tragic collapse of Champlain Tower South in June of 2021 made me take a long, hard look at what we know about the financial, physical, and operational health of community associations. And what I saw was discouraging. We know from having prepared over 70,000 reserve studies over the past 35 years that 3 in 10 of associations seem to be prioritizing the foolish and destructive goal of low monthly assessments over taking care of their common areas. The result is deferred maintenance and special assessments. As buildings age, it's only going to get worse, with more and more associations facing financial distress and serious infrastructure and safety concerns. This doesn't bode well for our future, and I thought someone needs to do something about this. And then I realized I didn't have to wait. I could make a change. So we're doing exactly that. Association Reserves is launching a new public service called Association Insights and Marketplace, or AIM for short. AIM was designed to deliver unprecedented transparency about the health of association-governed communities by offering the first ever national online database of association profiles paired with a simple and easy-to-understand scoring system. In one single number, this new FIFO score reveals the financial, physical, and operational health of an association. The score gives healthy associations something to shout from the rooftops, and it gives unhealthy associations a target to aim for. Just as lenders rely on a FICO score to measure consumer risk, the FIFO score reveals whether the association is well-run or struggling in one or more areas. With a FIFO score, doubts about whether an association is properly organized, well-maintained, or adequately funded are put to rest. This unprecedented transparency will inspire all associations to function at a higher level. Improving your FIFO score maximizes property values, unites homeowners, and protects against the destructive pursuit of low monthly assessments that lead to deferred maintenance. So how do you get your FIFO score? It's easy. Just visit our website to claim your association, answer a few simple questions, and you're done. And one more thing, AIM includes a marketplace to sell association documents directly to anyone and everyone eager to learn more about the association. So in addition to influencing home values and creating much-needed transparency, participating in AIM creates a brand new income stream for the association. To join the marketplace, upload your association documents and price them for sale. As I hope you can see, the mission of AIM is to reset industry expectations, break down the brick wall of secrecy, and provide insights for the benefit of boards, buyers, and every business that serves the association. Visit our website to learn more. Your new FIFO score will help you and your association work towards an improved future.
Another tool and resource is the HOA checklist we've worked on with our partners to create. This is a 20-point checklist that will quickly tell someone from the outside just how much work your HOA has done to be healthy. You as an HOA can work on this checklist yourselves, a very simple to understand condo HOA certification program. So if you have been hit with some hefty assessments and the uneducated shopper is comparing your condo to the one across the street, they may see an HOA fee that is twice as high, but you will be able to confidently show them a simple rating of a platinum certified building, hopefully. We also provide condo training to condo owners, HOA boards, and anyone interested in being a condo expert in their particular industry, and are excited to continue to spread this knowledge across America. Those are just a few of the tools we are using and recommending. We want to be your resource for everything condo related.